we are.
Wait. So where are we?
Not far away from the ruins, basically, because we are just on the other side of the amphitheater, just on the back.
So on the other side of the hill?
Straight over there, few meters, on the other side of the hill, there are the ruins, basically.
Let's go look.
Let's have a look.
So I'm here at a tomb ruins on the property of Bosco de Medici on the road to Pompeii with Antonio Mosco. Tell me about the food that they ate, because the food they ate is very similar to the food that I eat now.
Honestly, most of the people ate something cheap, something of easy to catch. You know, a loaf of bread could be enough for one day. A soup could be enough for one day.
With orzo.
The pulse with farro, so spelt with salt, cooked in the salty water and going on.
And they ate beans.
They had a sort of beans, not the beans we eat normally here, because they're right. The beans we eat normally, actually now, are from your continent.
That's true. That's
basically
true.
like some other food, like tomatoes, like, you know, some other food are read later, like potatoes, they're not, like eggplants, they're not,
right.
Like corns and no corns and going on, but plenty of cereals. For example, I know you're probably you know about the Gladiator soup, the so-called Gladiator soup, but you know, it's something made, something of energetic with carbs, thanks to the barley.
Yeah.
Normally mixed with the pulses or lentils. We found lentils in Pompeii.
Right.
We found the barley in Pompeii.
Right.
We found the millet in Pompeii.
So we know that they ate those foods, gladiators and not.
And not, of course, also some athletes ate that food.
Right.
Also some other people. But because it was a good energizer in a sense.
Right, so it kept them strong.
So plenty of proteins.
Because they worked a lot.
Usually say, yes.
They had no computers to sit behind.
I would say not.
And is it true they had restaurants?
They did have restaurants. Of
A
course,
lot?
it is true. Plenty.
Really?
If I well remember, we already counted something like 88
restaurants.
little taverns.
And what
I
did
often
they...
say fast food. We often say
Fast
fast
food.
food. Looks strange, looks too modern, looks too much modern, something. But no, most of the restaurants which were on the streets, along the streets, were really like fast food. So I played for a quick lunch.
Okay,
Because,
like?
you know, like a soup, you know, there were some terracotta pots into the counters normally.
Okay.
So often they used to cook the food apart in a kitchen and on the floor sometimes, okay, with some fireplaces and going on.
And they kept it hot in these counters.
Basically, yes, because the terracotta can keep the heat, can keep the warm temperature. So the food they put inside was warm for some hours, basically.
And
so
they served it with bread or wine or...
Yeah, imagine this. Imagine
Okay.
a glass of wine, a piece of bread.
I learn so much from you every time I'm with you. Grazie mille.
No, thank you to you, great.
Thank you.
Benvenuta a Pompeii,
Ah, grazie.
a Bosco de Medici.
Grazie. I was just talking to Antonio about ancient foods. Che facciamo?
Oggi facciamo the Gladiator soup.
Wow, gladiator soup. So forte.
Ok, sì, molto forte.
Dimmi.
Allora, oggi, today we used these ancient grains.
So this grain, gladiators ate before they went into battle. Bravo. Orzo o farro?
Questo è orzo.
Okay,
This area is very rich of the vegetables.
right.
And we start to prepare the vegetables for
Io?
season. Sì, sì.
Sì?
Ok. We start with the celery.
How do you want? Dice or come questo?
Sì, come
Okay.
questo.
Okay.
Sì, sì, va benissimo.
So we're just dicing some celery because this soup is filled with vegetables and whole grains. Uso questo? Le foglie?
No, le foglie no.
Okay, so we're not using the leaves just yet, just all of the celery stalk. Okay,
Io
so
ne
now
fa-
I'm doing the carrot the same way, just a dice,
Io ne-
because like all soups, you want to make your vegetables small so it's sweet. Capisce?
Sì, sì, io inizio a bollire, start to boil
Sì,
the
sì, sì.
vegetables.
So while I'm preparing, Giochino's boiling the ones that are already done. And how long, Giochino, quanto tempo per orzo per cucinare?
Per orzo, half an hour,
Half an
30
hour.
minutes, yeah.
Okay. So the orzo cooks for 30 minutes. This is a wonderful recipe. You can serve it cold or warm. So in the summer, you can also have it cold. Okay. Zucchini in mezzo o tutto?
Solo la parte verde.
Okay. Battuto o mezzo?
Mezzo basta.
Okay. So now I'm doing the zucchini in the same way. And if you notice, Gioacchino's boiling the vegetables in order so that their tenderness is equal. Okay. Okay.
Ok. La zucchina è quella che cuoce meno, quindi
Ok.
la mettiamo alla fine.
So the zucchini cooks the least amount of time. It's soft, so he's going to put that in sort of as we finish. Asparagi whole,
Whole because is
too strong.
yes.
Yeah. So the asparagus that's part of this is being cooked whole, because if you chop it, the flavors it'll overpower the entire.
If you need to cut, we cut after
Later.
the cook it. Yes.
Yeah, you
later.
can cut it later, but when it's cooking, it's far too strong.
Ok.
Ma bello.
Bello.
Sale o no?
Sì, sale già messo.
Ok,
Just-
io?
Sì, sì, sì. Puoi mettere ancora un po'.
Okay. Più.
Va bene.
Okay. So just a pinch of salt to make the vegetables sweet and the broth sweet.
Ok. Possiamo andare con le zucchine
Okay.
e facciamo cuocere altri 4-5 minuti.
Okay. So the vegetables are going to cook all together now that they're all in, about 3 to 4 minutes.
Ah.
Simple.
Ti farò scoprire
Sì.
un vegetale antico.
Okay. Ah, ma chi è?
Questi qua si chiamano agretti.
Agretti.
Sì.
So this is an ancient vegetable that Gioacchino has called agretti. Ma che sapore? Ne posso?
Sì. Questa zona di Pompei era piena di questi agretti.
Oh, buono.
Sì, molto
So this
fresco.
grows in the entire zone around Pompeii, but it's an ancient sort of erbe o no?
Sì, è una erba tipo una verdura però.
I thought it was an herb, but it's more of an ancient vegetable, not a delicate herb. E quanto tempo è per cucinare?
2 minuti. Poco.
So this will cook really quick because it's like a more delicate green. Okay.
Ok. Adesso quando le verdure when the vegetables are ready,
Okay.
li alziamo.
So now that the vegetables have cooked, they're coming out of the broth and the orzo in the broth? Or no?
Sì, no, l'orzo lo bolliamo a parte.
Okay. Because the vegetables are so fresh, everything smells so intense and delicious and like they actually are. Which is in parte la terra.
Sì,
Di
sì,
Vesuvio.
sì, sì,
Yeah.
sì. Tutte queste verdure provengono da quest'area.
So everything that we're using today is from the area, local, and so the soil from Vesuvius plays a very big role in how mineral rich the vegetables are and how intense the flavors.
Ok. Now you can cut the
Okay.
asparago.
So we're chopping the asparagus, but only up to the top of the tips, which will be used for garnish. You don't want to eat your vegetables overcooked because they maintain their nutrition if they're less cooked.
Ok.
Va bene? Giro.
Sì. Adesso ci mettiamo il grano che abbiamo bollito.
Okay. So this is the cooked. Here, let me show you. This is the orzo before it's cooked, and this is the orzo after it's cooked. You see how it puffed? And it's really beautiful now and tender. Okay?
Ok. We leave inside. You
Per favore, olio. Per favore.
Of course.
Bravo. So once you add the cooked orzo, now we add a little bit or a generous amount of olive oil. Mix. Oh, mamma mia. The basil.
It's important, the basil you have to cut with the hand.
No, with a knife.
No, with the knife.
So Gioacchino's saying it's more important that you tear basil because it's a very delicate leaf. If you cut it, you bruise it, and the flavor's not so good. Okay. Wow.
Ok.
Bello, bello. Bellissimo.
Un po' di salse per
Ok.
decorare.
Okay, okay.
Ok.
Ciotola
Sì.
or piatto?
Questo qua.
Okay. So Gioacchino prepared some sauces to decorate the plate.
Ok.
Bello così. Wow.
Poi ci mettiamo.
Okay. So this is like a red pepper coulis,
Yes. And we have yellow pepper.
yellow pepper coulis. Buonissimo.
And we have a little bit of fave.
Fave. Some cooked fava beans, also local to the area, and ancient beans.
The ancient bean because it's the first bean that we have in the Pompeii area.
This is the first bean they discovered in Pompeii. Wow, really?
Yeah.
Vero?
And a little bit courgette, zucchine.
A little bit of zucchini cream.
And we finish. Yes.
Asparagus. A little bit of asparagi on top.
E questo piatto è ricco di colori, di vitamine, sali minerali e ti dà tanta forza.
So he said this dish is not only beautiful, but it's rich in vegetables, minerals, grains, protein, a perfect dish to make you strong.